welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca, and today we are working on probably one of the largest Expressionism pieces I've done in a while. This is an 8.5 by 11. I accidentally bought the sketchbook and I don't like the paper, so I went on and just tore it out and figured let's try something different. I don't know what happened to all the footage I filmed of starting this piece. My dad called in the middle of me doing the inking, so I don't know if like it just never was recording or somehow like the phone call disrupted everything. But anyway, we're about halfway through the inking process already, but we are also going to color this one, and we're just really going to try and push some skills here. I generally try to leave these more black and white, and I keep trying so hard to figure out how to incorporate color and different mediums and just seeing what really works. This one we're going to be doing some colored pencil with it, and I struggled a little bit to keep the story, but you'll see as we keep going. I actually ended up doing this piece 3 different ways, and I will probably have that video up in the next week or so. I did it completely in black and white ink. Of course, this version, and then the final version was like a softer, while still colored pencil, I kind of made it pastel-y, and it's really interesting to look at, and I can't wait to put that video up and show everybody. This one, I have mixed feelings about. I messed up on her face to begin with, so already I was annoyed with the inking in doing this piece, because the eyes need to go down just a little bit, but that's my fault for rushing a little bit. Sometimes when I sit down, I don't feel like really delving into a piece. I'm just like, let's get it done, or let's get to the color. I don't know. I rush. That is the point. I've had a lot of people tell me that the chair in front of her looks like a wheel. So I think some of the story was lost in this rendering. Even like some of the other ones, which you'll see later. I don't know how else to make it look like a chair. Like, it's a chair. But some of the interpretations people have of this piece have been really, really interesting. So let me know. Do you think it's a chair, or do you think it's a wheel she's sitting in front of? Let me know in the comments below. The idea for the colored pencil in this one is to go in and burnish, which generally I don't do. I really like the colored pencil in really light layers, but going in and burnishing like this, it will really help when I take the rubbing alcohol to it later on to try and smooth everything out. The problem I am coming across with this burnishing is I'm losing the ink. I'm losing all those scribbles. I don't think it's balancing very well. Let's get the rest of this color down, and I'll stop talking for a bit while I color, and then I'll come back with some more thoughts a little bit later. I just don't want to ramble. It's like my worst nightmare, like I'm doing now. Oh, no rambling, just coloring. The wax in the Prismacolor pencils really obscures the ink lines a lot when I'm doing these. And sometimes, like I'm trying to do now, you can go back over it with ink, but the problem is really the wax. The wax will only let you do so much, and either it won't dry, or it smudges, or it just doesn't go down. So I eventually switched to a permanent marker, and that worked a little bit better. But, you know, really the two styles are starting to war with each other. I think either this needed to be a burnished colored pencil piece or a ink piece. I tried to go in with the rubbing alcohol to smooth it down to try and help try and get those ink lines back out again, but I don't think it worked. Again, I think this piece is really lacking balance. Not to say that it's a bad piece, but I feel like the colored pencil and the ink are kind of warring with each other over what has dominance over this picture. And I think it really, I think the story is lost a bit because of it. I mean, you can tell she's a lone woman sitting there drinking coffee. Whether she's waiting for somebody or not is your interpretation of that chair or object in front of her. I wanted it to be a bit of a moody cafe, like it's raining outside, but I don't think that came across very well. Just, I wanted a moody atmosphere, which I was trying to achieve with the burnishing. But again, the lack of balance between the two mediums, I don't think conveyed it very well at all. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Here we are at the finishing touches of this piece. Overall, like, yeah, it turned out well. I accomplished what I set out to do. I wanted a heavily burnished colored pencil piece with the ink. I achieved it. I don't know how well some of the story is. Like, to me, like I said earlier, she's in a cafe and it's moody outside, and I feel like it's a chair in front of her and she's waiting for someone to come with her. That's why I named a piece Waiting. But let me know in the comments, like, what do you think the story is? Other than the lack of balance, I think it's a great piece and it's a learning experience. And that's all we want in art, really. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later. Cheers!